does 2 checks per facility during what, 10 at night till 6 in the morning,
Yeah,
or
and-
whatever it is?
And there can be changes to that, it's increased, additional facilities are added, for a temporary period of time, those types of things. But I just wanna make it clear, cause I think you might be getting things confused a little bit. It's not an officer assigned with a vehicle that is part of the service, it's a patrol division doing this.
Okay,
Well, for us it is, for
Right.
anyone else.
Yeah, if you don't have a patrol division.
Right.
Yeah, it makes it a little tougher.
okay, and those, and then those buildings that you're doing those patrols at are the buildings that are included in these
Yeah,
specifications?
that's all in there.
Yeah.
And it's scattered throughout the city. There was a question about mileage, and it'd be hard to estimate that because they're all over the city all the time. And in the case of CBI, they have rounds everywhere around the city anyway, and so they just work ours into their rounds.
So I guess the question then is, would CBI be willing to share this contract-specific patrols that they're doing? With any of that information,
I
anybody at
couldn't
the
tell you,
table?
I couldn't tell you if they are or not.
I was directing that towards CBI.
As far as the contract itself, we can give you that information, on what we're patrolling, on a regular basis. All the other ones that are additional, they come and go. I don't wanna do all them.
Sure.
Legwork, yeah, I don't wanna do all that, but, you know, the ones that are on a regular basis, I have no problem with that.
It's mainly in the RFP, though, those buildings are in the RFP.
If you have something to clarify this, that you are okay giving out, then you can send it to me.
That's what I'll do.
All right.
What is considered seasonal? Is there from certain dates?
What's the contract?
It states, let me put these old lady glasses on.
Recreation
Recreation
areas,
areas.
one seasonal,
Or
7
the
days.
parks where they would go to park and collect money.
Oh, yeah, there are parts, it's summer season,
So starting in June through
usually,
October?
yeah, something like that. I'm not sure exactly on the parks.
And those hours per day, it says 10, I'm assuming those are during daylight hours, or when the park hours are open, sunrise to sunset?
7 days. You know what happens at the parks? You know what happens at the parks?
I think, if I remember right, that's for what's called the rack, and it's the soccer, stadium, soccer fields out in North Salt Lake, almost to North Salt Lake. And that's a seasonal thing that when they have games going. So I'm pretty sure that's where that came from.
Well, it says 7 days a week, 16 hours a day.
It's during season.
Yeah, so.
City Creek in the middle though. That's more seasonal.
That's true. But that doesn't have to do with the park, isn't that mentioned park?
Is that just
Well,
within the park?
it says recreation areas, one guard, 7 days a week.
Oh, that might be Little Bill, yeah, that might be Little Bill.
Might be Little Bill.
Sorry, we're working with like 3 different entities to get everybody covered here so they can have that service in the contract. And we don't always work very well together all the time. You know, there's public utilities, there's the Galvin Center, and then there's Salt Lake City facilities.
We can try to get more clarification.
Yeah. But it looks like if it's from the previous one, that it was the Little Bill side.
And City Creek.
Yeah, it's the Creek side.
So it might be 2 officers,
2 different.
could be 2 locations, 2 officers, instead of 1.
Right, and City Creek has an alternating schedule on an even number of days, so their hours fluctuate every week, but Little Bill's pretty set in stone.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can get more information
Yeah.
from public utilities, maybe?
Yeah.
Or-
Ron has some contact information.
I just received contact information yesterday. We still have 48
So would you like to see like a separate rate for like seasonal work or something like that, just kind of, just do like an hourly kind of thing?
It's up to you, I mean, I think it'd be easier for us to have one rate for anything to fight out on.
Yeah,
But, you know, within those categories that we,
So you
it's an
can-
RFP if you wanna propose a better rate.
it's just apples, trying to get apples and apples on the same page for you, so. Whatever way you wanna see it.
Usually it shouldn't matter if it's seasonal or if it's just regular.
No, but
It just depends if you want armed or if you want,
exactly,
you know, just exactly what you want.
yeah.
And it's all spelled out.
On page 9, on, let's see, B number 3, you asked for consulting services. Are you looking for someone to do the vulnerability assessments or just basic security surveys?
Well, I can only go by our past experience that we've had, that we've used that service. And that's, if we have a specific threat, we may ask them to come in and give us some site surveys and some kind of report that goes with that, with some suggestions of how we can do that. We've also, had them give us ideas for personal protection for different officials. We've had them do building assessments and make suggestions of how we should tighten up the security in the buildings. Things like that. It's just a separate line item for consulting services.
Anything else from down there? Okay. We had a question, what are the current hourly bill rates? And there have been a couple of increases since the original contract in 2012. I can give you the current rates, it's public information. This is after, I think, a 2.2% increase in 13 and a 1% increase in 14. Wait, the old contract. It's here. Starting with kind of in the same order as our Exhibit B, the unarmed guard service regular rate is $13.21, and overtime holiday rate $19.82. And then, but they just escalate from there as you get down to the armed service, unarmed with a vehicle, armed with a vehicle, etc. To the highest post-certified guard with a vehicle, the highest rate is $22.03 for the regular rate and $33.05 for the holiday rate. That kind of gives you an idea of the range for those hourly rates. If you want all the detail, I can just leave this open after the, after the